friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about how to clear Capgemini interview, off-campus interview. And for that purpose, we have with us Mr. Saurabh, who have recently cleared this interview. So, Mr. Saurabh, we welcome you on our show. So, first of all, we would like to know about your introduction.
Okay, ma'am. Hi guys. This is Saurabh Tomar, and I had done my BTech from Ganga Institute of Technology and Management in Computer Sciences, and basically I'm in 8th semester right now, and I had given my all the interviews in the 7 semesters because in the company they had offered this placement on the 7th semester. That's pretty much. Thank you.
Okay. So, Saurabh, like you have cleared this interview. So, we want to ask you, like, how many interview rounds were there? Was there any assessment or only the HR interview was there? What was the process that was followed?
Yeah, they had given the instruction. They had two processes. First, they had given the assessment round, and so we have to give the assessment round on the laptop, and they had asked different types of questions like verbal and reasoning. Especially, they had given the verbal and reasoning and quiz type of questions in the Capgemini, but they didn't give any coding round, and that's pretty much good because some of the students cannot give the coding round very fluently, and they had also given the option to write the pseudocodes, and only the reasoning, verbal, English, mathematics, basic questions are there in the assessment round, and it was on the 19th of December last year.
Okay. And so, like, how many questions were there in all?
Ma'am, it was only 20 questions of basically three: reasoning, verbal, and English.
20 each.
Yes, ma'am, 20 each, ma'am.
And
there is no
and what was the time that was given to you for these questions?
30 minutes for each questions, ma'am.
Okay. And like when you have given this test, then when was the result declared?
Ma'am, it was on 11th of 22nd of January.
After 15 days.
Almost 15 days. Yeah, more than that.
Almost 15 days.
More than that, ma'am. It was on 22 January, like it was taking a month because my assessment was on 19th of December.
Okay. It was about after 1 month you came to know that you have cleared the the assessment. And you got a mail for this?
Yeah, ma'am. I got a mail from Capgemini that you had cleared your assessment round, and that was pretty much happy at that time. My family was also happy that I cleared the assessment round, and it's time for the basically HR and the technical round where we have to face the company representative face to face, and that was pretty tough at that time to prepare for that. And they had given only 10 days for that for the interview, HR tech interview, and they had given the date on 11th of February that you have a technical round on the 11th of February, and so prepare for that. And in the interview, they had asked normal questions, not pretty much like that, asking as Microsoft and Google type of questions, and they had asked just like SQL queries because my post was of data analyst in the Capgemini of the off-campus 2022. So basically in analytics, we had questions like SQL, and we have to work on the queries and data. So it's the main thing that we have to work on the data. So they asked 4 SQL queries on the HR and technical round, ma'am, basically, and that's that.
Okay. And like after the technical round, like how many days it took for them to give the result?
Ma'am, it took only 7 days. I'm seriously, but ma'am, I got scared a lot at that time that when my interview will be cracked or not, ma'am, because my interview was not up to mark because I had felt that my interview was not up to mark because I had some issues in the queries, in the SQL queries. some issues, ma'am. But although they had seen my capabilities and uh, confidence I have while I'm giving the interview, and still they had selected me. And after 7 days, they had got me the mail that you had selected for the Capgemini data analyst post. And congratulations, here are the credentials. And that's it, man. Congratulations. So I was so happy at that time. My family was so happy.
There was no HR round, only the technical round was there.
Yeah, ma'am. Only ma'am. Actually, ma'am, nowadays, not the company are doing that. Like they had only taken single round HR plus technical combined. The person who are,
Okay.
the person who are taking your interview now, they will ask technical questions as well as HR questions. But in my case, ma'am, I want to tell you a story. In my case, ma'am, they had only asked the technical questions, not a single HR question, not a single.
Okay. Why so?
I don't know, ma'am. I don't know, ma'am. I was quite depressed that they hadn't asked any HR question, but I had prepared for that very much for the HR questions that introduction about yourself, what are your aspirations, like that, like that. But he didn't ask me a single question. He only asked the technical questions, queries, and Java. These are the main purpose they had asked me, and that's it, ma'am. So it was good, ma'am. They had
So,
cleared me, and I was so happy.
could you please share some of the questions with our viewers? Some questions that have been asked.
Ma'am, in the tech round, ma'am.
Yes, yes, in the technical round.
Okay, ma'am. I mean, the technical round, they had asked me what do you know and what you had mentioned in your resume. Now they will ask from that. But especially if you
Okay.
mention the SQL structured query language, because we have to work on the data in the data analytics post. So ma'am, our post is analyst A4. So we have to work on the data. So they will prefer more SQL. If you are good in SQL, they will definitely take you. Questions like joins, I'll tell you, they had asked me questions like joins and some of the basic queries to find out the average salary and the maximum salary. And these questions were there.
Okay. So, like, congratulations, Saurav. And would you like to share something with our viewers so that they can you are able to interview some of the tips you can share with these students?
The tips I had to given to the students who will appear in the upcoming exam for any Capgemini of campus placement. Ma'am, it's that like that. You should be confident, even confident on the interview and the technical round, and should be prepared for the assessment round. Normally, you have to prepare only for the verbals, reasoning, and English, and some of the quiz questions and the technical questions. Normally, so though they didn't give any coding questions, core coding questions. So don't worry about that. So feel free that they are not giving any coding questions to you. They are only giving you reasoning and that type of questions you can do easily if you are prepared for that. And in the HR round and the technical round, basically, uh, they will ask you on the if you are going for the analyst post, they will ask you for the SQL, and if you are going for the computer engineer training, so they will ask you what you prefer languages. If your preferred language is Python, they will ask you questions from that, and they will ask them very basic questions, like what is compilers, what are interpreters, what are data types, and these questions normally. So don't be afraid of that. Like they will ask you much higher type of question because your post is normal. So don't be afraid. Be prepared. You will crack. Don't worry.
Thank you, Saurav, for such guiding words for our students. And Saurav, आपका जो joining हुआ है वो किस location पे हुआ है?
Ma'am, right now, ma'am, they'd asked me to prefer what location do you want, ma'am. So I preferred the main campus of the Capgemini, which is in Pune. I preferred that because the campus is so lavishing and so good, ma'am. I want to go to Pune and work there from a better environment. And the office is so lavish, ma'am. In the between the mountains. So I am very excited to work over there, and so I preferred to go Pune. And after that, I preferred to go in Hyderabad. And that's it. I had preferred three locations. First is Pune, second is Hyderabad, third is Bangalore. So in the preferable, they will give me most probably Pune. And right now, ma'am, I am doing my training inside the Capgemini, they had given me the credential to do the training purpose. The training purpose is adapt training. They have a module, adapt training, in which they will give you the modules which you have to learn. And after you learn the modules, you have to do the test on that. If you are go for the test and if you are passed in the test, then you will go for the further round. So basically, when in this adaptive training, we have to clear every round, every test we have to clear it. And if there is a single times we had failed in the test, they will give you a single chance also. But if you are not in that clear in that, so some case they are in question that you are not capable to doing this job. So it's a major thing. You have to do adapt training very thoroughly because they give you the modules. We have to learn it. We have to grab it, and we have to do and we have to give tests on that, and we have to work on it. We have to grab it thoroughly for the adapt training, man.
Okay. So like, is this training going on regularly? अभी आप कर
Yeah,
रहे हो training?
yeah,
So how
ma'am.
long, like how many hours you have to do training?
Ma'am, my result was on 16th of February, and after that they had given me the credential, and my training was start from the 1st of March. 1st of March, my training was started, and I had the credential and modules which I have learned. And every when they had 2 weeks a module, a single modules. So one module completed, then test. One module completed, then test. So right now I had completed my overall adapt training, but now today onwards on the 5th of June, they had given me the specialization, and they will give the options to whatever you in which field you want to work. So basically, I had opted IND, insight and data, basically big data. So they had given me many options. I'll tell you, don't worry. And they're giving many options like data analytics, big data, .NET, Java, Foundation, and testing. They are given these choices. So I will prefer data analytics. So I'd go for the big data. It's a very good stream to opt because in the future it is very good for the future end users now. Basically, I had opted this. So on today onwards, they had given me the credential for the specialization course, which is in the big data. So I'm working on the big data right now and learning about the big data.
Okay, very good, सौरभ. तो सौरभ, आप कब ज्वाइन करोगे? आप मतलब ऑफ कैंपस, मतलब आप कैंपस में जाके कब ज्वाइन करोगे पुणे कैंपस में? और
हाँ
कब तक
मैम,
आपका ट्रेनिंग खत्म हो जाएगा सारा?
okay, ma'am. They had given me the specification courses right now, and they had asked me whenever your exams will be over of the 8th semester, they will call us, and we have to go pack our bags and go to the place where they want.
तो मतलब अगस्त तक आप चले जाओगे वहां पे?
Yeah, ma'am. It was probably August,
ओके,
and 1st of August.
फर्स्ट ऑफ अगस्त. So congratulations so much, Saurav, and we wish you all the best for all your future endeavors.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
And thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming to our show and motivating our students. So thank you so much.
Welcome, ma'am. I'm basically, thank you so much to you had invited me over here, and I share my experience to all of you guys who are watching this. Please, I have a small tip for you. Be confident, you will crack it. Don't worry.